Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. Today once again is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, the very first time we see XUR since Renegades has launched. Unfortunately, no Trials of Osiris this weekend because of the launch itself, so we should have Trials back next week or perhaps the week after that. I think Bungie's made an announcement when Trials will be returning, but we'll be covering all the things you want to know about XUR, as well as any other information regarding glitches, farms, cheeses heading into the weekend. If you haven't had a chance to play very much this week, I'm sure a lot of people will be jumping into Renegades for the very first time over the weekend, and hopefully you enjoy it. There's a lot to take in, a lot of things to know, a lot of new systems, and, well, we'll try to touch on as many as possible during the course of today's video. But if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned will also enter you into any future giveaways on this channel. We do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And when we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away a new console or a video card if you play on PC. You can also stick around till the end of the video for the secret hashtag to leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And also, if you're on mobile device, you can apparently hype the video now. So should be near the subscribe button, those three little dots, there should be some sort of ability to share or hype the video. I think it's only on mobile device though, so if you feel it in your hearts to do that, certainly will help out quite a bit. For this week over at XUR, on our featured exotic page, we have our exotic class items as always to farm. We have the Sentient Filaments for the Warlock. We have the Verity's Brow for the Warlock. We have the Point Contact Cannon Brace for the Titan. We have the Kepher's Horn for the Titan as well. We also have the Renewal Grasps for the Hunter, and then we have the Shards of Galanor for the Hunter. All of these are newly updated exotics. All exotics are newly updated now, so you should see this little green symbol in the top left corner of all the exotics moving forward, and that also means that you can now change the roles on those exotics by changing the exotic mod on your exotic ghost. So whatever you have as far as a preference on your exotic ghost, if you change that mod, so if you were to choose maybe Paragon over, say, Brawler on a specific mod on your exotic ghost, so changing it from a preferral of class item ability versus grenade or melee ability, these also should change. This is a feature, it is not a bug. But it's finally, I think, working properly now that they've updated all the new exotics. Over on our strange gear offers page, we have a Hawkmoon with combat grip, not a bad PvP weapon. We have the Suros Regime auto rifle. We have the Coldheart Trace rifle. We have the Black Talon sword, and this is one you're definitely going to want to pick up if you don't have it, because this weapon is super glitched at the moment. Well, not specifically this weapon, though it's probably benefiting the most from a glitch that is currently in the game, which should be playing into all your builds. And if you'd like a full build glitch guide on another video, you can let me know in the comments section down below. But as many people know, of course, we have the lightsabers now, and swords overall have gotten a huge buff for this season through the artifact as well as just in general. And this one in particular, because it is void, really runs the benefit of another glitch that is running with destabilizing rounds. Now, any void weapon will also benefit from this, but if you have something with destabilizing rounds, but this one is really good, it seems like, even though destabilizing isn't like a listed thing, it seems to work the same way. But essentially, destabilizing rounds now proc on every single shot. So you don't actually have to get a kill to proc destabilizing rounds. As soon as you shoot an enemy, destabilizing rounds will proc. And because of that, it just chains destabilizing rounds. And if you have enemies around you, a bunch of adds that are a little bit lower in power, you can literally one-shot a whole field of them. And with the ad density in Renegades, you're going to enjoy it a lot. So if you'd like better builds on how to use that particular glitch at the moment, let me know in the comments section down below. But definitely pick up the Black Talon if you don't have one this weekend. We also have the Fighting Lion Catalyst, as well as the Fourth Horseman Catalyst. For legendary weapons, we have a Dire Promise with Snapshot Sight and Elemental Capacitor. We have the Midnight Coup with Firefly, One for All, and Indomitability. This one can be enhanced. Very good PvP weapon. We have the Perfect Paradox with Dual Loader, Barrel, Constructor, and Cast No Shadows origin trait. This one can also be enhanced. We have the Statocastic Variable, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, with Under Pressure and Unrelenting. We have the Bug Out of Bag Submachine Gun with Slideways, Multi-Kill Clip, and Disaster Plan. We have an Eye of Soul Sniper Rifle. This one can also be enhanced, and it's an Adept version. So this is essentially a flawless Trials weapon, if you never were able to get one. But this one with Moving Target, Keep Away, and Alcracity, the origin trait. This is an incredibly good sniper for PvP. Definitely pick it up, especially if you're not somebody who plays Trials that often or has never gone flawless. You might still be able to get it just from a Lighthouse passage nowadays, but I think the Adepts are still reserved for flawless passages, so certainly worth picking up. We have a Huscow with Snapshot Sight and Demolitionist. We have the Hothead Adept. Now, not an enhanced version, which is always kind of weird to me because the Adept versions, I believe, came out before the enhanced versions, and I thought they just sort of replaced the previous Adept versions, but in any case, this was a Nightfall, GM Nightfall specific weapon, this one with Impulse Amplifier, Clown Cartridge, and Stunning Recovery origin trait. Not quite as good as an Adept enhanced, but still a very good rocket launcher. And then we had the Caliphate GL3 Adept and enhanced. This was also, I believe, either a Nightfall weapon or I think maybe it was a Trials weapon, a flawless Trials weapon. But an Adept enhanced grenade launcher, a Strand one at that. Never give up a chance to get one. But this one with auto-loading holster and Cascade Point, as well as the Acracity origin trait. And as I said, an Adept enhanced version, an incredibly good grenade launcher if those are the things that you're into. Remember, you can also pick up any of these, as well as any of the other roles that are in XUR's cache through the Strange Weapon Engram. Same thing with the Exotic Weapon Engram. Then on our More Strange Offers, or our, More Strange Offers page, we of course have our Favor of the Nine buff. Remember to pick it up if you're looking to farm out exotic class items or just strange coins in general for any of the other loot. You want to have this buff running, and I'm sure jumping into Renegades, you're going to find good use for it. We had an Ascendant Shard for 41 strange coins. We have 7 Enhancement Cores for 11 strange coins. 17 Enhancement Cores for 23 strange coins. Not a bad deal. 49,000 Glimmer for 11 strange coins. 70,000, almost 71,000 Glimmer for 11 strange coins. Crazy deal on Glimmer. And then we have 11 Raid Banners for 17 strange coins. And then, of course, our Strange Gift Offer. Also remember to pick up an Exotic Cipher. Usually there is something for the seasonal ranks, although we don't really have those anymore. But, well, we have our seasonal rewards, our seasonal bounties. But just pick up an Exotic Cipher. There's usually something in there for, your Guardian ranks that you need to do. I think it's around rank 8. That's it for XUR today. We're now going to head up to our other vendors, check in on what they have. And then we're going to talk about some other free exotics that I think everybody will really want. And these are only available for a limited time. So if you're not somebody who owns any of these exotics, now is the time to get them for free. But first off, let's stop over at Banshee 44. And I do believe these rolls rotate as far as not the weapons, but the actual rolls on the weapons, because this vantage point is not as good as the one we had earlier this week, though still a decent one with Keep Away, Desperado, and the Dark Ether Reaper origin trait. I believe it had jolting feedback earlier this week. Most of these can be enhanced as well. The Showrunner Submachine Gun, not enhanceable. Sniper rifle can be enhanced. The sword cannot be enhanced, unfortunately. For our featured focus decoding weapons today, we have the field forged weapons as well as the Nadar and Tex weapons, the Cassidio weapons as well. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but some decent ones. This this heavy machine gun is very, very cool and decent for PvP. We also, of course, have the Battle Scar, which can roll with some great PvE perks, so don't make light of that. Over at the Eververse store for this week, some very cool items. We, of course, for silver, now have the Mandalorian armor sets, if those interest you. We have the Loyal Scales shader, sold for the very first time. We also have the Copper Band shader. A new vehicle, I believe, is also the first time this was sold. The Dance Off emote. We have the Shadow Broken Boots, or the Shadow Broker armor set. We also have the weapon ornament for the No Time to Explain. We have the Grass Guzzler vehicle. We have the Null Scythe ship, very cool ship. Off-road shell for the Ghost. Some other very cool shaders as well. The Chicken Dinner emote. Hasn't been sold in quite a while. Over at Commander Zavala for the weekend. Remember to always check these rolls because you never know when they change, and they do seem to rotate. We have the Outrageous Fortune grenade launcher. Very good PvE rolls on these, and of course we have the new armor set. Not a huge fan of the perks on the armor set, but to each their own. And then the thing that I really want to talk about is over at the Exotic Archive, the Moments of Lost Archive. Now, if you're new to the game or haven't checked this in a while, which you probably haven't, you would know that this is where you can actually purchase all the old seasonal exotics. Now, of course, you need to own the season for most of these to be able to actually purchase them. Some have been made completely free. But until the 9th of this month, they are actually all free. That is because everything has been made free for new players, even if you don't own a specific expansion. As far as exotics go, well, I think you can actually play all the new activities, but with that, all the exotics for those previous released DLCs or seasons is available, and you get to keep them even after the trial period, which ends on the 9th of this month, ends. So once you have the exotics, you keep them. So you can use this trial period in order to get any of these exotics that you don't have and keep them forever. And there is some great ones, but the ones that I think are the most notable are the newest ones. Of course, the New Land Beyond Sniper, as well as the 3rd iteration and the new Malpais. This pulse rifle is incredible, and I think most people will want it, especially if you didn't get it during the Edge of Fate. If you don't own Edge of Fate, you can still get any one of these new exotics, but I think this is going to be the one that everybody goes for. So just remember to try to get this, pick it up, buy it before the 9th of this month. And all you need is 1 exotic cipher and 100,000 glimmer. You can get an exotic cipher from doing the XUR exotic cipher quest if you don't have one yet. But I would really consider picking these ones up. The 3rd iteration is an amazing exotic, and like I said before, with Void at the moment, this is going to be an epic one to have in your arsenal. So I'm sure it'll be very helpful to all those moving forward. And lastly, we're just going to take a quick look around our portal activities. Of course, we have the Lawless Frontier now. With the new activities, we have the Contested Territory, the Forging Matrix on Europa. Hopefully people are enjoying all the new activities. The Invasion, I'd be curious to see how people are liking that. We also have our contracts, of course. Remember, to play the Invasion, you're going to need the Invasion currency, whose name escapes me at the moment, but let me know in the comments section down below. For our weapons today, through our playlist activities, we have the something something sniper rifle, all new weapons. We have the Moffett 41. Now this is a new aerial denial grenade launcher, and it's the first solar one, I believe. This is an amazing aerial denial grenade launcher. All aerial denial grenade launchers are really, really excellent, but this being the first solar one, I would think very worth farming out. This has actually been available, I think, 2 days this week, but over on Nessus, you can actually solo a lot of these things or do them in a fire team. We have the new fusion rifle, the Maniada. I always say these things incorrectly. 44. Probably way off on the pronunciation of that. We have the Oxygen Scout Rifle. And we also have the Horror's Least Scout Rifle available. Now this is a new reprise version of this weapon, I believe. I think it should come in a tier form. I don't know if this is the very first time this has been offered in a tier form, but it is from the Whisper mission, which is very easy to do solo. Also, if you're looking to complete any exotic catalyst, specifically for the new lightsabers, this room that you see in this picture, the big green room, underneath the floor here, there are endless Shadow Thrall, and though we used to get timed out on this because this mission does have a timer, it doesn't matter anymore. The timer can run out, and if you're in this bottom room, or really anywhere, you can just continue the mission. Now this is beneficial because we used to only have about 20 minutes to be able to farm the Endless Thrall. So if you're just trying to complete a catalyst, you can kill farm there. But now you can stay in that room for as long as you wish. If you die after the timer runs out, you will be teleported to orbit. But so long as you don't die, you can essentially AFK farm catalysts in this room. It's very, very easy. The Shadow Thrall, you tear through like tissue paper. So this is probably the best kill farm in the game for catalysts or anything else at the moment. And if you can complete the Whisper in the normal time frame, you will also earn yourself a hopefully tiered version of the Horror's Least, which is a very, very good pulse rifle, excuse me, not scout rifle. Was a GM Nightfall specific weapon for a very long time. And under the Crucible, we have the new submachine gun, which I've heard is really, really good for PvP. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as I said before. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag XUR or a hashtag Archie or a hashtag Renegades in the comments section down below. Also, anything I might have mispronounced during the course of today's video, you can leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as I said before, or hype the video if you're on mobile device. Really helps out the channel a lot, and the moment we definitely need as much help as we can get. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, we will see you next time.